In a quiet town nestled between the mountains and the sea, there was a house that everyone whispered about. It stood abandoned, its windows cracked, and its doors hanging off their hinges. No one dared to go near it after the sun set, for it was said that the house was haunted by a malevolent spirit. Years ago, a family had moved into the house, hoping to turn it into their dream home, but their dreams quickly turned into nightmares. Every night at exactly midnight, the sound of footsteps echoed through the halls. The family tried to ignore it at first, brushing it off as old house noises. But as the nights were on, the footsteps grew louder and more persistent. One night, the father, determined to put an end to the disturbances, stayed awake and waited for the clock to strike 12. As the clock chimed, the footsteps began. He followed the sound up the stairs and down the hall to a small room that had always been locked. To his surprise, the door was now slightly ajar. He pushed it open and stepped inside. The room was empty except for an old, dust-covered mirror on the wall. As he stared at his reflection, the air grew cold and his breath formed mist. Suddenly, a shadowy figure appeared in the mirror, its eyes glowing red. The father stumbled back in terror, but he couldn't look away. The figure reached out a hand, and before he knew it, he was pulled into the mirror. The next morning, the family found the father lying unconscious in front of the mirror, his face pale and his body cold. They moved out of the house the very next day, leaving everything behind. The house has stood empty ever since, and every night at midnight, the footsteps still echo through the halls. Some say the spirit of the father is trapped in the mirror, waiting for someone to set him free. But no one dares to enter the house, for fear of becoming the next midnight visitor. I hope you enjoyed that chilling tale. If you're up for more spine-tingling stories, just let me know.